Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, May 21st, 2023. This watch says that it is 10:09 in the morning, and my phone says that it is 10:10 in the morning. Okay, this is part 5 of chapter 1, Frank Peretti's This Present Darkness. Then the first sound was added to the picture, a soft, muffled sobbing from the end of the right pew. There, kneeling in earnest prayer, his head resting on the hard wooden bench and his hands clenched with fervency, was a young man, very young. The blond man thought at first, young and vulnerable. It all showed in his countenance. Now the very picture of pain, grief, and love. His lips moved without sound as names, petitions, and praises poured forth with passion and tears. The two couldn't help but just stand there for a moment, watching, studying, pondering. The little warrior, said the dark-haired one. The big blond man formed the words himself in silence, looking down at the contrite man in prayer. Yes, he observed, this is the one. Even now he's interceding, standing before the Lord for the sake of the people, for the town. Almost every night he's here. At that remark, the big man smiled. He's not so insignificant. But he's the only one. He's alone. No, the big man shook his head. There are others. There are always others. They just have to be found. For now, his single vigilant prayer is the beginning. He's going to be hurt, you know that. And so will the newspapermen, and so will we. But we will win. But we will win. The big man's eyes seemed to burn with a rekindled fire. We will fight. We will fight, his friend agreed. They stood over the kneeling warrior on either side, and at that moment, little by little, like the bloom of a flower, white light began to fill the room. It illumined the cross on the back wall, slowly brought out the colors and grain in every plank and of every pew, and rose in intensity until the once plain and humble sanctuary came alive with an unearthly beauty. The walls glimmered, the worn rugs glowed, the little pulpit stood tall and stark as a sentinel backlit by the sun. And now the two men were brilliantly white, their former clothing transfigured by garments that seemed to burn with intensity. Their faces were bronzed and glowing, their eyes shone like fire, and each man wore a glistening golden belt from which hung a flashing sword. They placed their hands upon the shoulders of the young man, and then, like a gracefully spreading canopy, silken shimmering, nearly transparent membranes began to unfurl from their backs and shoulders and rise to meet and overlap above their heads, gently undulating in a spiritual wind. Together they ministered peace to their young charge, and his many tears began to subside. Okay, so that is all for part 5, chapter 1, This Present Darkness, Frankie Peretti's. If you like this content, like this video, and comment below. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching.